of the day. It's girl chat time. Yay! And everything. Now, before we get into it, something super duper juicy is that Adrian, you had the most fantabulous weekend.
I did.
Because
I did.
Adrian, you guys met her idol, Jennifer Lopez. You know, we talked about this where you guys were like, what would you do if you met her? And I was like, I don't want to meet her because I was like scared. And I was like, oh my God, I think I'll faint. I'll pass out. Well, thank God for red wine.
Won't he do it? Won't he
So guys, you know, Jennifer Lopez is doing her residency in Vegas. All of you guys go see the show. It's called All I Have.
Oh God.
And you guys, the show is insane.
Really?
Hands down. I was right in front. I was at the table right in front. Same place that we went to go see Britney Spears. And when I tell you guys, such an incredible performer, but this was the best part. Wow, she was so nice when I met her. And that was what I was scared of. I think when you idolize somebody for such a long time, your biggest fear is, what if they're not like what you always dreamt them to be? I'm like, oh my God, you're so nice. I'm such a big fan of yours. She was like, I've met you before, no? I was like, girl, she thought she knew me. She thought I was her little bus cousin.
Because she's never met you before.
No, I've never met her before.
Really?
Which is insane. And also, her man, Bo Smart was there. Kindest man ever. Looks out for her people. Like, was just guys, I had just the best time. And you guys, she was sitting with Benny Medina, who I'm a huge fan of as well. He's her manager. And guys, they've seen the real. They've seen it. No way. She watches the real, and I was like, girl, we would die to have you. Yes. Fingers crossed, Jennifer Lopez. Please. I love you. You are my idol. You've paved the way for me and so many Latinas, and I can't thank you enough. So we would love to have you here on the real. She was dancing salsa music, yo.
You got your life.
And her body in person. Oh, even can we just say something?
Her body.
Shout out to real bodies.
I mean, like, real.
Shout out to natural bodies, homegrown.
Come from root
I can go on and on. And then I went to go see it another night. So I went the second night. They invited me back, and I took my parents. And I think for my mom being Boricua and being Puerto Rican,
you brought your mama,
I brought my mother to the show.
Good for you,
to the show. It was phenomenal, and I like that they had salsa. Like she celebrates our heritage in the show.
Exactly.
I love you.
I'm so excited for you. My God.
Such an amazing weekend.
Such good news. Okay, so with that, we've got to get into some girl chat. So ladies, love this. So we've been talking about the controversial all-white acting nominees for this year's Oscars. Well, actress Stacey Dash has added to the controversy on the subject. Speaking out on Fox and Friends, she said, quote, either we want to have segregation or integration, and if we don't want segregation, then we need to get rid of channels like BET and the BET Awards and the Image Awards, where you're only awarded if you're black, end quote. And she went on to say, quote, there shouldn't be a Black History Month. We're Americans, period, end quote. Lonnie, do you think Stacey has a point?
Okay, first of all, I want to give it up to BET because they gave the ultimate clap back to her. Show where they put a picture of her when she was on the game, and they basically said, can we get our check back? Nah.
I mean,
you were on the game, and we're not talking about the rapper, the show. So I have to give it up to BET, and this is the thing about this whole conversation. There's a reason why we have a BET, a Telemundo, a Lifetime, a logo. There is a reason, because it's to help emphasize where major networks don't emphasize, and that's the reason for it. I mean, there's no difference. So for her to sit back and say, well, we don't need it, she benefited from it as well. I mean, you have never seen her on Vogue. You've never seen her
but I've seen her on Black Men magazine.
But you've seen her on King magazine. You've seen her on Heart and Soul, which are all so-called black magazines. So for her to say it, she's being a little hypocritical, you know.
I have to give it to, obviously networks like BET. I think the fact that, you know, if you at any point, like we're talking about now, they're saying the Oscars, you know, maybe doesn't show that much love to minorities. And I think when you find yourself in a situation like that, you've got to applaud something like BET Network that says, well, we're going to pave our own way. We're going to find our own lane. We're going to do something for our own people. If we don't feel like we're being acknowledged in this area, then let's do it for ourselves. Don't wait for somebody to clap for you. Clap for yourself.
And the awards, they put on, they give it to everybody.
I also like to say I am not black. I mean, maybe a little bit of hair. But I am Latina, and I've hosted the red carpet for the BET Awards. I've hosted on 106 in Park. Justin Timberlake has won BET Awards.
I mean, I can't keep my mouth shut no more. You know, I mean, I have to agree with you, Lonnie and Adrian. I have to give it up to BET because for singers who don't sing pop music.
Yes.
Oh.
Wow, how else would you see us?
It's not a
Where else would you
race
hear our
issue.
music?
It's a
Where else would
genre.
you see our music videos?
Right.
That's why we shot a video to be on 106 in Park. Won't he do it? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, let's not all forget, you know?
Well, and this is the reality of the situation. It would be nice for mankind to see us all as one.
Yes.
But the reality is that, I mean, racism still exists, segregation still exists, and these networks like BET and, you know, Telemundo, they don't cause segregation, they celebrate the diversity of America.
That's it.
We're able to watch these shows on these networks and relate. It's about relatability, not about segregation.
But if you guys really think about it, this is going to be weird to say, but as many people that win awards at the BET Awards that are white are about as many people that have won Oscars that are black.
Yeah, so it's the same.
Do you get what I'm saying? I know that sounds weird to say it that way, but you got Justin Timberlake, Adele, Iggy Azalea's.
But honestly, you guys, what's wrong with celebrating that?
that?
That's
Not.
the issue. That's why I'm thinking you have to acknowledge them, and also because if it weren't okay to celebrate it, if it weren't to acknowledge all of the minority talent out there, I wouldn't have an icon to emulate.
How about that?
As a little minority girl when I was growing up, I need to see minority talent out there in order to believe I can be that.
Yeah.
You have to have that.
And I also say this. There's nothing wrong with celebrating your culture. Even if you're white. You're from somewhere. You're from Germany. You're from Ireland. You're from England.
French.
Nothing is wrong with celebrating your culture. So all this stuff about, you know, we're all Americans. Yes, we are. But we're not all treated the same. And that is the underlining issue with all of this right now. And so you have these different little niche programming places to, you know, to actually show. I wouldn't know.
People.
Let me tell you, I don't have any Asian friends. I had one Asian boyfriend. Mm-hmm. This is my Asian friend now.
That's hilarious.
Seriously. And I have learned more about the Asian culture on this show because of her.
Yeah.
Because we decided, you know, when we do this show, let's put a show with all women of color.
How about that?
So it shows you that you don't have the same black women. We all don't act the same as black women. Because when you only have one black, then, you know, you think, okay, this is stereotypical. They all act the same. There's 3 different type of black women. You know, we have an Asian, and she gives us part of her culture. We have a Latina who just lost it with another Latina. This is the beauty of having a program like this. And for y'all that want to talk about Fox, we're on Fox.
Won't he do it?
Yeah.
So don't act like
Fox doesn't show love.
Yeah.
And we're also on BET.
Won't he do that?
So that's what he will do. Oh, I can talk all day about this.
It makes me so angry because I don't get it. Go ahead, Tam.
I love what you said. We are all Americans, but what makes us beautiful as a country is the fact that we are a melting pot.
Yes.
I love the fact that we have different cultures here and that we can be open about it and talk about it. I love to educate myself about the Latina culture, the Asian, you know, culture. I'm married to a white man and I learned white culture. There is such a thing. And I love being
And you have white.
and I have
My
white.
dad is white. Yeah, your
So
dad is white.
I love being able to talk about that, to celebrate it, and why not award it sometime?
How about that? Exactly.
You know what the thing is that you do have people out there that think like her And it's good for us to talk about this. That's why a lot of people say, "Oh, just ignore it." No, we
it
need
feels
to talk
like
about
self-hate, though, which is even weirder.
It's underlining.
Weird.
It might be hypocritical or it might be some type of self-hatred, but we need to talk about and keep discussing this because we're not going nowhere. Is anybody in the audience going back to their native land? Anybody?
Vacation? Absolutely.
At the end of the day, celebrate your culture. Put it out there on blast when your people do good and let the melting pot shine. That's what America's about.
That is all America's about.
Now, another actress, you guys, who's voicing her opinion is Girls creator Lena Dunham, who I love. She's been talking about the challenges women face in the workplace. Now, Lena said, "At work, it became my mission to answer every email, no matter the hour, and agree to every added task." So, Dunham then declared that 2016 will be her year of saying no.
How about that?
Okay. So, Tamara, do you think there's pressure for women to say yes to everything, both, in a professional and a personal setting?
I think innately as women, we like to please. So I would say maybe for the most part, yes. But for me, honestly, maybe I'm different, but I never had that problem. I have no problem saying no professionally. At a very young age, I knew what I would and what I would not do. I guess because I set my priorities straight at a very, very young age, and I have to thank my parents for that. And now that I'm a mom, I really know what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do, because if you're going to take me away from my family, it has to be worth my time.
Exactly.
I really applaud that, because this year is the year I am also going to say no, because I want time for myself. Yes, and I want time for my husband, and I want to build that list of priorities of what really needs immediate attention.
Well, you know what? I'm not a yes person, a no person. I'm a however I feel like person.
How about that?
And you get that way.
With age, child.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, Leah is getting to that age where now you don't give a care. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's like when you young, you want to please everybody, and you thinking, let me do this, this might happen, and all of that. Tell you, as you get older, you become a like whatever I feel like type of person. So that's it. That's it.
No, today.
I would say 2016 is the year of no thank you.
No thanks.
No thank you. No thanks. So take time for yourself, but we are going to take time for a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Girl Chat.